chilling out here with me and my friends. And friends.
Musho ukuthi
imanzi yakogruva mina namhlanje imanzi yakoyishaya
olesithathu dad
yazi Wednesday when uyadlala yakhona isikho siyakhulu ke manje lapha evila yabo lapha kwakuyi Cape to Carry okudala lapha ngase South Beach moyo waterfront yeah bathenga leyo ndawo dog so Wednesday sihlezi lapha.
Have you ever been so I will go on Wednesdays.
You know what? It's always been dope and Durban, but if I have to be quite honest, I've never.
No, I haven't. No. Man, it tastes wine up on it.
It's not really. It's like a party, but the theme of the thing is wine. So, Makfiga, Amantomazane, like they'll have those specials where 5 group of girls that get maybe 3 bottles of wine. But obviously, you can drink whatever you want to drink. But the theme is the wine.
It's wine.
Yeah.
Oh, Chardonnay, or Pinot Noir.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Oh, Cabernet Sauvignon. Oh, Pinot Noir. Oh, man, welcome to And Friends podcast. We are back, and man, we have a special guest. We have Lord Script.
Yes, sir.
But we need to get his ID names.
Yeah.
I think I got this right.
Let's
All the way from him. So drop blood.
Amos. Yeah, that's my dad's name, so I'm Amos II.
Nice one, man. Nah, man, shout out, man. Thank you so much for coming through. Yeah, man. And
he owes us lunch after this.
Yeah.
He's great.
Hey. And more, you guys are always eating inyama.
Standard. Samazulu kumele siyishiya inyama nawe mawuthi ngishawa inyama kithi kumele size so ishiya siyalaka nenyama simele sibe ne-radar yenyama
yabona kuzoletha inyama kuyipost inyama.
Nah, man, that's crazy, man. So yeah, man, we just want to touch base with you, man. Like you're a Durban guy. We claim you, man. You're someone that's been part of the scene for a very long time, the street scene, like. When I say streets, where you gotta take your talent and refine it in the streets. You're not being taught by anybody in any studio or whatever, but you're literally learning the ins and outs in the streets and with the right people as well. So yeah, man, you definitely someone here in Durban that's really representing hard, man. So yeah, man, shout out to you for everything you've been doing so far.
Yeah,
man. Hey, try Kakashibi League.
Hey, I feel like when you put that check on that, it's what you got the engine.
Yo, was that the purpose of it, Vess?
Yeah, the purpose of it is like, how can I explain? Ukushibiliga, I need to use is the literal term of sleeping and falling. And then ukushibiliga is to finesse in the game. About the way we've always been moving.
Yeah.
Even sat data, the way we sabot again. I say, "Funa le ashani sifuna ukufika la." Shibili, wasithole sesila. No, bala pick up. So sebenza kapa. Oh, sebenza kapa. So it's that. Technically, that's what it means. It's just the way that you move and finessing around in the game and catching yourself into the places that you wanna be. Yabo.
Nice.
So that was the concept of the whole thing. Masiya and just normal cool cats. Yeah, bro.
Nah, man. Let's go back a little bit to in the boom dancer, bro. Like, Tina, we know you we know most about you when it comes to Krump. You know, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you did music, I knew you could rap, but I was like, hey, who's is going full on in this thing?
I remember doing ciphers in my terminal.
Yeah.
I remember like it always been there in your uniform.
Yeah. But the way you got into it, got verse, and people already knew you. But let's go back a little bit, like your dance career, what you were doing in dance, like. How was that? Like, do you miss it? Like, how was that being part of the when you tell someone about the Krump era? What do you tell them? Script the massacre, not Lord Script.
Hey, bro,
first Script the massacre.
Like I miss the dance scene. I miss the whole lifestyle, the movements, the culture. Because I don't think people understand the thing that we do, that it's actually therapeutic.
Yeah.
Go through so much stuff. Our outlet was literally that. So not only the things the best ends are going, traveling the country, going to competitions, like the thing itself, the art itself was very therapeutic, dog. And that's one thing I miss because there's certain times and things that I go through in what I do now, and you need a certain outlet. Even though music also, recording and just locking myself out in studio is kind of therapeutic, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
That one is like the physical thing of doing it. So
yeah.
like, I definitely miss it. Like I always even message you and tell them, trying to find out where niggas are
Sessions,
dancing.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I really miss it. It was like a crazy part of my life. And yeah, I wish I could actually go back. It's just that both of them require the same amount of time and dedication and the same training. So yeah, man, you know, like the culture, we lived it. We went throughout the whole country. We represented Durban. Americans came here, bitch. It's no, actually, yeah, dog. So yeah, but that thing still means a lot to me. I wish I can actually fully go back into it. Yeah.
Nah,
Even if
so-
you can't fully go back into it, I always say, I always meet people that don't dance anymore, and they're like, hey, yeah, no, I don't have time. And I always explain it to Guti. Some people play golf as a hobby. You
Yeah.
could just dance. You don't have to compete anymore. But when there's a session, you could always just
pull
pop
up
in,
and jam.
enjoy the session, go back to music. Would you consider that in the coming year?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. Like I was saying, I was even speaking to Verb. Like I'm like, dog, if niggas are sessioning here, I wanna actually get there, like and jam, like you're saying, just to jam.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just to actually jam, you know what I'm saying?
Our busy guy. Interview
yeah,
along the line. Nah, man. Then what about like? Okay, obviously, like a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people knew you from the Krump scene as well. And then khona bayabakwaziyo for rapping. Bangaka abantu ohlala nabo in the scene now, in the industry now that you're in. Because for me, it's like. It's weird. It's like two worlds, but at the same time, I don't think it's supposed to be two worlds. It's like dance is this side, and then music is this side. But it's like cool. At all. You know, how many? Like since now you're fully involved in like the music scene. Like how many people still recognize you as Scripts, the Krumper, Script the Massacre?
I think there is a lot, but as more as the year goes, it kind of depreciates.
Is it?
But you know what's the craziest thing, bro? Like even in the rap music, most of the people we used to dance with are there now.
Hectic.
It's crazy, dog. Like I literally meet, dog, even Namantomazana that when we used to go to Cape Town, we used to pop and lock and do that. Usiyafika, Kono Seyatula, Kono is doing this, or Phantom Steez, dog.
Yeah, we
dance.
dance.
Xavier Steez, all of those people. So it's like, it's the same thing. It's just some people transition from this side to the other side. It's crazy. Like it's literally crazy because I think it's just the same people. It's just the same people.
That's crazy.
It's
No,
actually
I'm gonna
really crazy.
Can I throw a question at you? Do you think people transition because of the money? There's more opportunities in the music than there is in dance.
Yeah, I think that, and also being, because I think from what I've learned from being in Joburg, why most people transition from dancing to being like artists or making music is, to a certain point, they get tired of being the background people because oh no, we pick up dancer when so niggas got to that point where and I want to be that bro. So I figured out most of them did it for that reason.
Okay.
Most of them did it for that reason because Costa Titch became one of the biggest artists and they used to be backup dancers for Casper. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. That's an interesting perspective. And I think it's something that we've always spoken about, like you're saying, Uti. There shouldn't be a reason why the musicians and the dancers are separated. But also at the same time, the opportunities for dancers to really find their spot in South Africa is not as big as it is internationally. So people are often background dancers unless, like for example, Verb is carving a way for himself. But also because you're carving something new, you're not necessarily looking up to someone. You need to
you gotta
the trail.
create your
And maybe the upcoming dancers will be able to say, if this person was able to do it, maybe I can try that route. Script, what have you learned in dance that you apply in music? Either from a form of networking or from a form of creating, from your thought process? What did you take from dance and say, this I'm running with?
What can I say? It's just, I think like more of how to move in the game, because I think that's one thing because the dance industry was really tough, dog.
Yeah.
Good.
100%.
So ungaba blind, but uzoba blind lapha ngakini,
Yeah.
unless you know how to actually network and find out ukuthi okay ngingena kanjani laphana, labayana badanse kanjani laphana, bayithole kanjani that opportunity. So that's how I applied. Hence he was even saying the way I moved in the game was the same principles I used. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of knowing how to get yourself there and present yourself as that brew, because the dance industry and the music industry is the same in the sense of like it's melube bubis.
Sure.
Like
Yeah,
mofika
understandable.
ngiyuthi no blind uhlala kanje uzizwa wasijwayela kumele babone dog nakuba channel uthi exe uqinisile lo mjito ublind lo muntu yabo, so it just needs that aggression yabo.
Yeah.
So that's what I learned and from this side, and I applied it this side, because otherwise niggas are gonna step all over you. Uzothi uyafika uzoperforma estage kungena umuntu azofaka iUSB usazongena estage uqhaye uthi oh guys isikhathi sakho uthi baba ngathi uslowly. It also needs their stronghold.
Yeah.
Man, la ilontuzana in Durban, man, there's a lot of people that are specifically hip hop. Abantu abarapper, but that are into hip hop. Abantu abashama tracks, see, they always releasing tracks. Yabona uyathekwa, next thing any inbox, little track up. Yabo, where not like you said, you had a whole career in dance and you transitioned into music. But now transition yako was very smooth and very quick at the same time. So a point where you even decided to shia let happen. We ain't going to share happen. I mean, like abandaning would say, you need to first have like ishibiliga la then you move. But when I to before, like what made you leave before?
I think with me, in thing I feel already, because even though Pelangisa Kumbula, we had my own thing, and we also had something as dope artists as well. So as dope artists, we had already done a lot of things. Like Itegu is so small that everything becomes a loop after that, because you so performing your event plan, you say one camera radio station, like, and then it's like you're doing the whole thing over again. Kakas FM, we are Kozi, we are Unanda FM, we perform with Good Sunday, we perform la, then you deal. So it's either you do that again or you move out of Durban. So that's what I felt. I'm like, there's nothing new anymore that we can actually do rather than go to Durban, then go to Joburg. I mean,
Is thinking there's not enough people that are organizing events? As in about 4 abantu that are able to organize good events for artists like yourself to perform in.
Yeah,
is that the problem?
Technically not enough. Even Nabakona, they have their own best interest at heart.
Okay.
Njengamanje, there's no hip hop shows in Durban.
Yeah.
Bro,
There's no hip hop shows. Amachita atabangeli phakethe labo uthi okay piano liyashisa asishaya siletheni lamachita epiano eklabhini sihlafunele imali babeshaya ngisho ishow enkulu bazoyenza ukuthi igcwalise amachita epiano. So there's literally no shows. Hence in Joburg, everywhere you don't even need to go to the club to party. There's actual shows. Like we used to have shows. They have hip hop shows. Into eqala ngo1 uze kuyoshona ilanga ungalizwanga ipiano. It's a hip like actual hip hop shows. So we don't have that here. So we are born with Amachita don't have a platform. Dog, there's so many dope niggas in
But also, if you look at the hip hop industry of people that have moved to Ekol, you realize that most of the people, there's a lot of influx from KZN. In terms of dope artists that we're seeing now.
Like I feel like we lose a lot of good talented people, you know. And is it because abantu that are organizing abeko in? Is that the problem? Is that the actual problem? There's no one that's really organizing these kind of events.
Bro, it's just they don't shoot. They just don't fuck with our shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think it's in that part, dog. It's like they just have their best interest at heart. All over. Hence in Joburg, bro, even in Twana. That's what I always try to teach people in Durban. In Joburg, dog, in Twana, it's okay. And Funus spoke lama klapen or live work lama klapen akon zisha lama shows. Or freshman megale or reckless. They actually do. Bahlanganisi mal baphume go out there and hustle for a sponsor. Benzu nesisi abe main X, Benzu Aries abe main X. Kugcwala abashana abaningi. Ku trap with the whole day. You know what I'm saying?
Like a goal, because I'm sure Ipiano goal is big. But how much of an obstacle like for you guys as like hip hop artists, like to fight, not even fight, but like go up against them how difficult it is, though.
It is super difficult, bro, because they technically run the whole thing there. But the thing is, the advantage of Joburg is big. Ngeke uvalele umuntu eJozi. Ungenza event wena Soweto, igcwala event yakho. Thina senza ngala ePitoli still igcwala. Yabo. So that is the advantage between the difference of Joburg and Durban. Durban is small. Mawuthi uJunior Love wenza mhlawumbe iFing part, wena uthi uzamkwenza enye into uzoshizela. Because it's a good man. About kulo muntu abamthemba so no Junior Love ashama event.
I think also our challenge here in KZN is that I always say this: we don't have industries. So what you have is people do what they're good at, and they become good. There's enough of an industry in Joburg. So in Joburg, there's hip hop magazines, there's hip hop stores, there's a sneaker culture, there's this which forms there's billboards that forms an industry to create so many opportunities. Whereas Lana, even in Tuana May Kula, if most of the people that are organizing the hip hop events post-COVID are not organizing them anymore, they're not exposed. We used to get exposed at Pet Center, have your effing parties, and then you can see, I can aspire to be like that. And then, you know, okay, there's that happening. Manje, the guys, you don't even have a lot of shows to aspire towards. I want to be on that stage. Then from that stage, then I'll say I'll go to Joe. Like, there's not a lot of hip-hop stages to even say, I want to be a part of that.
That's the point. That's the point.
What happened to, because you guys do shitty dope artists, you're formed dope, dope artists, then what happened?
We're still dope artists. It's just that at a certain point, everybody had to focus on their own individual thing. So that even if, example, let's say Celeste pops first, then we can make the whole thing work. Another thing, no cooler dog, because M serious. He had to watch Tolispani, it's okay, because now he's not longer around a lot, so he's intending you fall on me, no Celeste. Now Celeste will relax because he knows about abaning, so he no mele kitchen, so we decided it's okay, when I build your thing for now I build my thing. Then when it's time for us to come together, then we can do it.
How do you all balance that? Because I think whether you like it or not, there's always some form of friction. When that happens, you back on intercord. Need to try and balance that.
I mean, like you guys are artists, like, and in 40. I'm sure corner local say usban blind, a show what's angry or
I think that thing that helps with that is we're actually brothers, like how we all are brothers. But the fact that you all have genuine brotherhood doesn't get to that point. So it's like now, it's like super like animosity competition. It's even if it's because it's a sport. Everything we do is always a sport. So it's pure though. When we compete, it's pure. It's okay. You drop the tape. Let me try to shine the tape, and then we both saying vision at the same thing. So I think it's just a matter of just keeping the energy pure like that.
Nice.
What is a big learning curve that you realize you could have done better when you guys were still top?
It's the thing of not being able to assign tasks to everybody. Racket, when and I am seven Makika Tolo when noma into PR, noma into umsebenzi admin when udila nayo. When music, ukhisha music now yonke into wenza sure everything is mastered, everything is in place, mase kumele ukhisha music umsebenzi wakho. So khona abanye that will be lazy yabo. I expect to say ngoba vele uracket yena ujalo kuyenza even noma usunayo wena ipower yokuthi sengiyabaza abantu ngahamba ngiyokhuluma nalabo sithola ama-gig la nala. So I think that was kind of our downfall ukuthi at certain points we'd look at another person and give them the responsibilities more then which would help if we are all taking responsibility for us to move to move forward faster.
You think you're maximized? I feel like there was a point where we felt artist Krump.
There's a point where you guys are moving so much. We see you guys everywhere. We're seeing posters. We're like, oh man, bro. You're in every lineup. When you're performing everywhere, you're like literally in every single lineup.
Do you think you're maximized on that or and we at that level where it's either we're pushing through?
I think it's tricky, dog. Thing is, I hate Durban when it comes to this thing. When dog, you can really believe it's Gaishaya. Man. What you figure called? We are about to do that. So that's the tricky thing about this whole thing, dog. Like you can. you can be popular. More to me, let's say when you are just popular.
Yeah.
Until you unlock Josie.
Yeah.
Then you can say, "What's I have much sex or shuba?"
Yeah.
But no, dog. It's tricky, bro.
Is it?
It's tricky.
Okay, so
It's very
so
tricky.
you get to you get the penny, you decide, okay, I'm going to tell us how was the first 2 months of Joburg. Joburg, yeah, man. Joe, tell us the first 2 months. How did it go?
Hey, bro, it was difficult, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I won't figure, cause me, as we were saying, like, I already feel like I'm the nigga that I am.
Yeah.
Jesus, before coming, drop it tape, my shy launch, I figure, I'm blind launch, so you feel none of more cheap. Aye, but and the crazy thing is, Mo figure, it's not like even I'm a recruit man and Jengam that have been rapping for long. In Tuana, when we lose, of course, Bashisa, and you're in there self anyway.
Yeah. You gotta respect that as well.
So I had to build from scratch in Kale Part, in Fago 7, back home, so it's actually done. And then so in their season, which is a very sahlanga, nungisikhathi lockdown, sahlanga sasha umtas. Yeah, because we already been doing shows about amajita. Ngifika ngathi okay, wathi ngizehlisa umoya, ngikhulume namajita, ngiqale go online ngicheck ukuthi oba izinja, obaba abashama events regularly, ngitholo Uncle Party Time, or Costa Teach nabo babesashaya block pan amaphathi abo yabo inbox amajita, ngithitha amajita ekuseni no sengigalapha ethu manje shayishandise kanje ningifake yabo qale kanjalo abanye babuye bakuzoza abanye then sabe sashaya umtase babos no actually bakhona lo
nah man
plus no black usanda ukukhuphuka naye taso vele wamkhuphula kakhulu ox cable from Winners the Funk usanda ukuza ngala iJozi naye sahlanganisa ngalo ndlela vele waphuma umtase. So that song kind of like the first thing that opened up doors, because now niggas started looking like, oh, because that thing was crazy, it was trending crazy.
Khaba wena nje umntase ufuna ukuthi umntase when uphuma abanye abantu ngabafe bahlala ba relax ayi dog wena wo performa nabantu the people that are featured in Umtas, if they went somewhere, I noticed that you were there as well. And when the show, Umtas ya perform, that was crazy, man. That was one of the best strategies that I saw you use. When Umtas blew up, when the show, you need to know what's in connect lengo.
Yeah, that's the best way to think. The Ishan is like cheaper, you have to milk it, and I learned it from them. Nam gibu so if you know speedster. They keep Mary, about by milk, Frank Casino by milk. So while you're milking, you're also creating a way which okay, as in because so that kind of helped when I came with the Shibi League. So yeah, it's just strategies of moving that I also learned from them. What's my because like bro, each was ngabitina. Have you realized we see hip hop it be paid to Duban for I think Klappe?
Yeah. That's what we try. That's what we trying to say.
For like 7, probably clean 7 years now.
Nah, you're right.
Because those guys, though, yes, bro, no klabana boto. So it's not as one in East.
Sure.
Ngibabu ngithi nina niyasangana uyaziwa nisisa kanjani ucaba ngipitoli o 25k bonke namajita ngale ezohlangana mhlawumbe neSoweto
man because there's a whole following that each person has.
Super territorial that's super territorial.
Hectic. That's such an interesting view because that's why I always ask myself, how come? Because even in underground, even like house, etc. Like KZN is doing the most, even in pop culture, etc.
But much piano, Zuma, Labo, Reese, Cetril, dog.
A lot of the vocalists, especially even with piano, are from KZN. What don't people openly speak about in that moment of you arriving in a new place and that hustle? About that hustle moment where Shizila.
Yeah.
What don't people speak about out there?
I bet you guys will feel Shizila.
Bro,
I'm a cheater. Okay, I'm a cheater. I'm a figure lapha. Ufike eDurban station, park station usungenayo indawo yokulala okokuqala.
Yes.
Sesebhasini uyahlanganisa lapho uthi okay mhlawumbe ngizoqala kaKelvin ngizomgoqa ngishaya isonto mase ngiyasuka kaKelvin ngiye ngika racket. Okay,
tough.
so dlala lapho mhlambe so shama koti inyanga yonke. Like dog yashizi bro, it's like
Crazy.
So when people look at it from the outside, bengaboni umsebenzi wakho paying off now, not knowing
Yeah, I
ukuthi
would say.
at some point kwakumele ubuye
yeah, bro,
kanjani.
like dog, I think everybody's story that I've heard or even I've seen live. Nami sengicreate, I'll say I sing nenkundla yami, sengakwazi relax. Ngibuka ezinye izinto hey nambe ngishaya.
Sure.
Dog amajita uyazi so sometimes niggas are forced ukuthi bakise edladleni kini kunabazali bakucelele bethu uzozama lo msebenzi wethu esenzayo ma cela ahlale nathi maybe for inyanga until he can find his feet. So nje wena use are you not even at your friend's place ukubo
Hectic.
ukubo cabanga dog your family engakwazi kusemele manje nawe also zinza sakho njengendoda yabo nje bethu so bro it's a lot
And like how
It's a
hard
lot,
was
bro.
it or how easy was it to break into people's hearts? So I think when as you mentioned, because people that side or the artists that side are very tutorial about their place. But like how easy or how hard was it for you to literally like for them to accept you and say, I'm going to script.
Yeah.
Nah man, you can come and do your thing.
I think it was hard to ukubhodloza. It was hard because abafuni ngene
ungene
muntu yabo
phela.
bafuna bavale. But now the advantage thina esinayo from people being from eThekwini ulimi lethu izulu sethu abakwazi usishanga le so siyabachaza nezulu sethu so thina advantage yethu no
It's simple kanje.
I thought you were gonna say.
it's our lingo, bro. It's our lingo. So manje, because even you moboga namajita ase Pitoli namajita ase Jozi bakhuluma izulu. Even nabantu abashaya ipiano abangabona amazulu basicula ngani basicula ngesiZulu. So
Yeah.
is our greatest advantage.
Yeah.
I find it's our greatest advantage because even nalaba abamazulu abangale they don't speak like the legit Zulu.
Yeah.
Sithambile isiZulu esipetayo. So namantombazana bayasithanda because
There's gonna be a new genre.
Yeah.
Let's pay down.
Yabo, so I think that kind of because Nabo they want it in their culture and they want to
Yeah.
affiliate with it.
Okay.
So that's what
What
makes
a
it easy for them.
perspective.
To
That's
make
crazy.
sense.
Them
Yabo,
too,
which
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Like say we're shalom chita.
Hey, so on the list, yeah.
So that
Bro.
is kind of the advantage. Yabo. So then they start to let loose a bit because
Yo, ilontuzana vets. Like I've always wanted to ask this question about speaking about isiZulu nelontuzana. Just the fact that you're KZN and isiZulu shangendle thizeni. I've noticed ukuthi there's a style of a hip hop ekhona le eThekwini of incorporating isiZulu. Mhlawumbe samaskanda vibe. Kodwa there's a style esikhona that's specifically from here. Could you explain ukuthi is there a name for it? Is there a culture for it? Or baba involved in it? I'm sure you want to show khona indlela enayo eyenodwa.
It's almost that Maskandi hip hop sound
Yeah,
vibe.
it's like like what is it, bro? For umuntu ohleze yizwa but enga-understand what is it?
Even ukul arty like.
Ukuthi there's so many ways to play with it. Yabo. Khona lese like the hip hop engazuthi na inesikandi lesho music kanje ithando music kanje bayixube ngazuthi baxuba itrap nembube bathi imbube. And then kukhona lesisethu sokudlala ngesitsotsi at the same time engazuthi uyisho njengaphesheya kodwa
Yes, ngisho lesimpelo.
Usaphesheya.
Oh, okay,
So
usaphesheya.
that's like the new amajita uskindi. Yeah, so usaphesheya yodando. So it's like usithatha lesitsotsi sesasekasi kodwa futhi masisisho ngathi sisho ngesiphesheya. So understand we are Zulu.
Even the beat, because it beats nayo ingathi i-trap nje ngathi i-beat yale phesheya but endleleni engena ngayo. Nah, that's crazy, man. So is that a style that you guys ngathi created? Nah, that's dope. That's
Bro,
dope.
tell me something like developing real relationships in the field that you're in. How hard is it? I'm talking about developing real brotherhood. How do you go about that? Is that something that's difficult?
Yeah, it's very hard, bro, because majority of people in the industry are not genuine.
Sure.
So I think most of the relationships I've created, it's either abantu vele that I've knew before or I've had multiple interactions with where, like, you know, it's like genuine things to do, like ukuthi besides siyorapper siyocula siyorecord studio ukuhamba siyodla inyama ukwenza nje bethu normal people things mhlawumbe ke udlala ibhola izinto kanjalo. So I think that kind of creates bonds because it gives ground for people to actually see and learn what type of person you are. How do you deal with certain things? Masidlala ibhola mhlawumbe uyalimala uyashaya, how do you deal with situation with so I think doing natural things like that kind of helps because industry
Yes. Are there some big names where you actually got to sit down with them and you learned certain things about
yeah, like that's what I was very close with Ricky, aka I was very close with him. Abantu bengibloma nabo aka bengilanda endlini napayi ngapha ngisahlala town ayopaki i8 azongilanda yabo because now I think I didn't even understand nami ukuthi why wengivumile because like dog ngintwana and kade afike egamini mhlawumbe we had one interaction wabona sekusele umjito grand from that time. So I actually had a really close relationship with yena uRicky. So like when you chill with them and uyababona so actually lo muntu besides lento hlezi uyibona umuntu oqaqekile yabo. Yeah, so
I was watching one of your latest interviews. Umuntu share research kancane sibuza abantu bakubuzana because you try and not answer the same questions as well, you know. But I really liked you spoke about was it Umaraz? You spoke about how difficult it was losing umuntu onjengo Ricky aka which are considered the OGs in the hip hop scene. Yabo. What's it like now in terms of hip hop? Now, when I'm speaking in terms of like the artists, because you guys know the culture as it is compared to just slightly ngom. But as the people that are being inspired, the people that are meeting up together, the people that are knowing the new sounds and being, because showcasing those people were contributing to how things must sound like in terms of South Africa, and how you guys must move like. So.
but it's easier if we involve Uriki to take it up to the top quicker.
Nice.
So that's what he did. That's why both of them at that time back on, a lot of kids were blowing up.
Yeah, true.
So you're feeling that gap now because they were kind of like the bridge between us and where we can reach quicker. Because if mina ngikhipha ingoma manje or ngikhipha project ngifuna ukuthi ngishaye radio to manje umakhuluma aka izokwenzeka lolu because ungivumile ngifenge azothi hayi uphethe intwana ikhiphile anifake la ku 5FM anifake la ku FM yabo. So they were like the bridge bona bebesihlanganisa nalabantu because thina basibukisa kwintwana yabo. Thina they look at us no so ilalela le shanti yakho but mathuri makushuri kwathi kuse nifake yaphuma kusasa ifake exclusive manje kwenzeka manje. So now you feel that gap, their absence, you feel it, dog. Yeah, like you feel it, bro.
Are people, given those circumstances, which were very unfortunate in terms of the amount of hip hop artists we've lost, do you think people have gotten better in how they relate to each other and they build relationships? Have you seen a difference, or when it happened for a season and then people are back to normal?
Yeah, I think, dog, it'll always be like that, bro. Like, ngaleso sikhathi fana ukuthi must ukubona ukuthi if someone passes away manje sifile ngathi usingeke ngathi ngathandana show each other more love for only a period of time.
True.
Then abantu sebebuyele bayibulala. It happens for that time where we appreciate, we just lost an icon. Actually, why didn't we appreciate this person while they're still alive? Why didn't I do this? And that's only for like a month or two. And then abantu sebeyabuelana omunye bahleka omunye on social media usefuna ukuyibulala. It's like the same thing. It's like it doesn't change us as people. I don't know what it will take for it to change us, because niggas still, you go on Twitter now, some gorilla, what they're going through, and that thing might even lead them to suicide.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I honestly don't know what it has to take.
Bro, you're gonna get married.
Me, no, I'm not gonna get married.
Oh, did you say that you
I was
you-
playing.
you- I was playing.
I don't believe in marriage, bro. I think maybe as I grow and maybe as I settle or probably achieve the things that I think I want to achieve, I might consider it.
Then let's rewind. People don't just say I don't believe in marriage. Why don't you?
I think it's my experiences from fam that I've seen the amount of marriages that never worked.
Yeah.
So, and then for me comes from my experiences and what I've seen. Abantu that have been together for over 30 years or 35 years, wanting to kill each other and divorcing, like that kind of traumatized me. Like, dog, you need a JFS, come on.
I understand.
But I always ask in that context, you've seen a lot of people try the music industry and fail. Why doesn't that apply to that? How come you can go all in?
Because I really want the music.
So if you had to blow up, you get everything financially that you've ever wanted. Now in 2024, do you think you'll feel better enjoying it by yourself or with a family?
I think with a family, like I have a kid. I'd rather have kids than having a marriage. That's my point. I want to have more than one kid. Yeah. But I think just dog, I have a different concept of like the human interaction, dog. People can disappoint you, bro.
100%.
But
Like
that's in
people-
everything. That's
So
why
I think, I'm worn away into being able to. Don't you
think it's more responsible to rather not have kids than have a kid grow up with a mom and dad?
No, I can be both. I think I can
Oh,
play
you
the
can't be
both.
both.
Yeah, I know. I get you. Yeah, I get you.
Because listen, there's always a scale. There's a pro and con. So don't you think it's more responsible
But
to
the
say,
thing
I don't
is-
want to get married, so let me not have kids?
But the thing is, I want to agree with that because even now, I'm not with my baby mama, but we make it work for my kid.
No,
My kid is
100%. Don't
happy.
get me. Yeah, 100%.
So we don't have to be together to be the parents to our kid. We know what we have to do. As long as we know what we have to do for the kid to be, I think that's
So you
cool.
don't think the kid feels bad, Tappe, when you have another 3 kids at school and be like, hey, what you do last night? Oh, I was sitting with my mom and dad and you're having dinner, I had a conversation. What did you do?
He's gonna grow up. He's gonna grow up and see that the world.
When I go
is
Janik in the dating
Yeah,
side
what's
of
it-
it, as an
yeah,
artist, as a musician.
As an artist, what's it
guy.
like today, bro?
That guy.
Oh, Buganja.
What's it like? Is it hard to meet a genuine?
It's hard if you don't look there where you are.
As in the music
in the music
industry.
If you don't look there, then you're gonna be.
But then that's
if you
the
look-
story that everyone wants, though. Everybody's expecting law scripts to find a queen, span, and then you know.
Okay, then where did you go? Like, let's say now you're not performing, etc. Where do you ideally meet someone?
Like, if you're saying Ganjan,
Actually, you don't want someone in the music industry.
yeah.
So now, if you're not in studio or you're not performing,
Go
where
play
do you go
Wathola
to
Court.
meet
Yo,
people?
I do a lot of other things. Don't get me on my mind. There's so much. So yeah, bro. I think, bro, like dating someone in your same profession is kind of tricky because bro, I've realized this as I grow. They are not understanding people, bro. Like they are not. Umuntu would do what you do. Wazi kahle ukuthi kwenzakalani la uyakhona. Kodwa still akustress usulapha kwishow. Yo, you know you do this yourself. You know lapha. If kuzama fans, it's not in my control. If kamu intombazane izongiqabula esitatheni igxumize kimi, ngeke ngishaya ngempama. Ngizotrenda kusasa Twitter.
Phela indaba yakho.
Yabo, so you out of anybody else, you the one who's supposed to understand the most, but still they won't
Are
understand.
you an?
I'm understanding, bro. Like I'm understanding. I give you your space, I give you can do what you do until ngibonza suyangidakela ke manje. Nakhona ukuthi I'm not even gonna dramatize it. Ngizophuma nje kwena.
Are you loyal?
I am loyal.
But loyal script effect.
I'm a loyal.
Script effect, even like dancing, if it's so loyal, yamazi script
Say
effect.
what, bro? Like, this-
When it comes to women, script akadlali kanjalo. Script doesn't play. I'm sorry that on script.
I think that is the reason why I find it hard to commit because when it comes to commitment, I'm loyal. Like I can't. Like even if I wanted to have amachera money, like I can't multitask. Into ngazuhlanyise yodwa. Cabanga about 8 and bonke bafuna isikhathi. bonke bafuna uba wesike ngoba usuvela ku-TV usuyacula manje bonke I don't think I have the capacity within me.
I think everything I keep hearing you say is that I actually believe in love.
I do.
I think he does. It's just I think the issue. I think it's just okay. I mean, I think it's just that you're so passionate about what you're doing that you don't have time because you invest so much in a thing that you don't have time to invest in someone and have the music scene thing going. So rather continue with the music thing and see where it goes. Then.
So you don't think further down the line you regret your time?
Before we sort of it, I feel like man.
I mean, let's get protect. I mean,
the reason why I brought it up, right, is because I've always known Script. Like this guy is a diehard. Like when Script has a girlfriend in any given season, who Script is diehard. Like if I look at your history, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying
you have long-term relationships.
It makes it harder for me, Woody, to just do it. Like I think it's the ability to keep trying again and trying again that I don't have within me anymore. So it kind of installs a fear of I'm going to waste all of it because it's badala, man. At that time, we could afford it. I know long time ago, but now it's not the same.
Yeah,
even the way, because the more cooler you become even more emotionally fragile. Recover from a breakup is not the same as before because manje usuyinike wena wonke kulo muntu lo to flush that person out of your system is so we are I let him go bro manje we can't I imagine it's not the same bro like yonke into uyafika endlini ubona ibhodi likhumbuze yena so it's like I don't want to put myself through that. I rather ngcono ngibe ngedwa than put myself through that. That's how
man.
I technically feel. That's why I said maybe in time it might change. I might have a change of heart. But currently that's how I feel.
Nah, it's understandable, man. It's understandable.
I get a feeling not long from now. I feel like you run away from it, but it's
Yeah, back to Lunduzana, bro. Your music. So what's next, man? You just just released your tape.
The dope tape, by the way,
bro. Yeah, what's the features, bro? Like there's the one thing again I gotta say now, like you really know how to number one build those relationships, and also you know how to build good connection and put them into your music as well. You know, so hey man, like shout out to you on that. My tracks in your eyes, it win and it drip. Bands have always been about the drip, you know. Yeah, man. So like, what's next after rock? What is the music video that we need to be expecting soon? Another one.
Juicy. I've already shot it because usually I like just visuals are everything in music. Like seeing abantu, they can listen to you, but they really believe it when they see you.
Yeah.
And the impersonation of what is being said on the song. I feel like visuals are everything. So I showed it juice. I should drop. I didn't want to just clean a yonke in manje ngo December because obviously kunamapiano zobe bangistefe. So I must give them their time. December one.
Hey, plus
So when January hits, I'm gonna drop it juice. I should have shot I think I'm gonna shoot another video next week, winning featuring Umqobeyazo because he's also this side in Durban.
Nice. So you're shooting here in Durban.
Yeah, so I was with him last night. But actually, since we both there, I told him what those shoots. I say shoot. So when the year starts, I've got like at least good visuals to just keep pumping up the year, raising the momentum. And then I should drop my debut album next year.
Nice. And I'm trying to look for a feature or when you guys gonna work together.
Java is gonna be on my album. We already have songs.
Is it? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
He's always showing support. He's also like Rick. He's the only one left that we have who's got that type of heart, the pure heart. Intwana Kupula, I always supports Intwana from everywhere. Intwana Zago, Cape Town, Intwana Zase Eastern Cape. Koni Intwana Zinchaza like KZN by Bizanga the Quellas, he has them under his wing. So like he's always supporting. Java rapper, man. Bro, that nigga does more rap songs
Is
than
it?
that. Good imagine, there's nothing he can do because he's already tapped
Yeah.
into that Afro-pop market.
And he's got it. Yeah,
and
big
he's got it
time,
on
big
lock.
time.
But if Java is not doing that thing, also get trapper almost every day.
Crazy.
It's the craziest shit.
That is actually crazy.
It's the craziest thing.
Someone, I think when he was doing the Red Bull, Conway, the person that was driving him, was saying, he was playing the American hip hop tracks, and look at the tracks that he was playing. Going to and now it was Java to Lela Lento, you know.
Java we nika my understand. Yinika, mhlawumbe uyinika ngaphe kwetsonke. Makuhleli kanje ufuna ukudedela beats ya freestyle dog.
Crazy.
But image is such a powerful thing because
Yeah.
it tells you
paints
such a
a different-
perception of somebody until you actually sit with them.
Yeah.
Quick one, what is your music prediction in the next 5 years, 2024? I'll ask you this because A1's music prediction, A1 Wolf, he said he feels like because of the big insurgence of Amapiano, etc., there's going to be a huge influx of a lot of people going back into the culture of hip-hop and uplifting that, etc. That's what he thinks. What are your thoughts? What's your prediction in the next 5 years? What do you think is going to happen in the music scene of South Africa?
I think because last year, last year was very impressive. Last year and early this year was very impressive with hip hop and how Amachita were moving because I think they felt the pressure swing. Which say,
Yeah.
So everybody was just dropping tapes, albums, go blow up all McLaren. New niggas coming into the scene. Everybody was like, so if they can maintain that momentum, I feel like hip hop can take back the throne. Because I think at a certain point, guys just got lazy, dog. Amachita was keep tape. Amachita was just believe I know, man, and keep it singing and shooting video, you plug it TV.
Relax.
Yeah, and geeky. Also, niggas weren't collaborating, dog. Like estates, you see every fucking 3 months, 2 months. Amachita doing collabo tape. Quavo, no Travis Scott, but keep it collabo tape. With 21 Savage, with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Guys are not doing. I think we lost a collaborative spirit. Hence, that's why I'm a nigga bengi keeper. Bengi bengi tape and shibiligi remix juice. I always do that thing because it brings back the collaborative spirit and it just excites the game, bro. Which I would say, Amachita and dog.
It is very
you know what I'm
exciting.
saying?
I want to don't they get lost in the hype and the glam and the looking fresh and coming to an event and being taken Utatis Tombe and
they
about
do,
the,
bro.
I feel like because when I look at it from where I am, I'm not involved in the music scene whatsoever. But sometimes getting booked and I'm like, okay, fine, lo muntu lona siyamazi, but hey. He's got the hardest track out, but nah, you know, like I gotta keep it loose.
The hype does get to people's head in Joburg. Like there's a lot of it's so funny. They are artificial rappers now, but dog. And then you're like, bro, I'll keep it like you should keep I'll nangoma, I'll puka, I'll kick, oh no, DJ abanjalo, dog. You like Mofia, dog, my shades, among our rap is on. Like, bro, you don't even get booked.
Serious.
Gagini, you don't even get booked Gagini. So I think the Angas just portraying the thing to them is so much than actually being the actual thing. Some people are popular, but I'm new. Dog. But I'm followers 30,000 with Instagram. Bro, you're not getting paid.
Talking about people not getting paid. There are people that like are just there for like just dressing up, and then that's the only thing they have.
Kona machita pukelo ama-right uthi bawuphuza utshwala.
Are you serious?
I know as long as ungikhiphela amabhodlela. I'm like, dog, are you fucking serious, dog? Like, mina ngicamela lobo phela.
Yeah, let him out.
People don't understand ukuthi utshwala i-rider is it's just ukubambisa ngaleso sikhathi before ngestage.
Yeah.
Njengoba uzovasha emzini abakuthelela ijuice uthi awuphuza ijuice kanje.
Sure.
So Amachita, they make that thing the thing. I'm like, bro, don't get yabo lo mali othenga lo utshani lethe la. Yona lo mali la amahenis nala mayekho uzobika. That's ayona ngizoyithengela mina. Bro, like how can that even be a thing?
That doesn't make sense, bro. I really feel one of the dopest things though, which you've recently mentioned, is how you've been able to, I don't know, somehow bring guys from KZN as a whole into the musical making, and every time you'll cook. Man, there's just something different. And Did you do that consciously? Do you all do it consciously? Just as KZN to say which as Pegani? How is it? Or are there people that bring it together?
No, it's just like, okay, this is how that thing happens. Ngoba sechozi isikhathi esiningi like kade just amachita amaningi echoza yikeleni. So most of the time when we hanging out, we just hanging out as amachita tubani. Njalo masisonke mangekho no nasty ngizoba namachita call and black because sonke sihlala in like close to each other. Mangekho nabo mhlambe ngizoba no black. So like just Durban nigga, at some point, she was feel mhlawumbe spot 20 see Dubai. Bengathi pop up yase Dubai. Ubabone baba uncomfortable to say so I think also just understanding indlela esiphila ngayo thina siDubane it always makes us wanting
difference
to
in the culture and how it's schooling.
I include cool dog. You'd be irritated masuhlala namajita sechozi dog. You like dog when now when it's out man no kwenza nje it's stupid dog. You like bet when I get out khona no kushini like dog they confused when wenza nje waphamphula yabonje. So kuna leondo, so leondo kind of irritates amajita because even cool cats uhlala like Dubai. Kodwa when he lands aside ufonela mina because we all wanna promise Dubai. Amajita sekoni. Besides lawa that we are close with abanis out even though bengabona abaseJones but 70% of the time let's promise see Dubai. So hence that's how these songs happen because we are almost together anyways. We're always together anyway. So we're like, alright, as we're in school.
Now like you don't have to answer. It's okay if you don't want to. But there was a time where Upil Tulu, that's how come after video started testing. Like what is your take on that in terms of like South African industry being dead? Pretty like he was saying that. But what is your take on that?
Was it the right time? Was it dead? Yes, in that scene.
It was the right time. I think his intentions were good, so I respected what he did because because it's like even in dance we ask was if always
I know.
This guy was very beefy.
Yes, sports hlangane sesebajela namhlanje kayina ngicreate uyaphetha sihlanganeni ngomgqibelo siyodila. So like I feel like it depends on how, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you just need to be ube wash with how far you push it because some people are emotional and some people understand the sports in this thing. So
that's so true.
For example, like his intentions was just to warm up and spike up the game. That's why even the other responses were kind of like neutral. It's okay, even though choosing UKO respond again, but still they were still cool. Questa responded, but Duncan took it like the MT wathi angifuna nokuresponda wena baba ngikwazi ungijwayela kabi angazi ukuthi ukuthathe lapha ukuthi uzokhuluma ngapi yabo. So there's always that ukuthi yabo.
Sure.
Well, some people will take it well, some people won't take it well.
Some people will say that's sport. Man, I got you, but it's. I mean, if you come from a real MCing background, you understand. With the battle of the year, we're gonna diss each other. Miss Puma, you know, a good sport.
But about that though, where is that? Like I understand. I understand why it's badal, right? Abanye bethu are now making music. You know, you're now on radio. You're now on TV. You know what I mean? But don't you feel like, in terms of hip hop itself, South African hip hop, lento le e build that kind of foundation for upcoming artists? Unless if I feel like the new foundation is club hopping and going to a club, but there's no place where people are, there's ciphers, people might battle as well, or people are dropping beats and you go in there, you're listening to a beat.
They just, everyone just wants to be friends, dog. Like everything's kumbaya, so like that whole sport thing, it's
okay, Maktua, that were to happen. Maktua, that were to happen. Bakhona abantu obungafika ubangena ushuthi awusibani mene vele ethule yeke.
That's my kind of that I don't relate. I wouldn't necessarily clap it when I go by Batanya.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I
Khona ngabaqeda futhi nje.
abaningi bethu
Awubasho nje abamali. Okay, let's say this. If you had to have a cipher battling, yabo, who would be your top 3 people to be on your team?
Yeah, to be on your team. Yeah, sibe kanjani.
Okay, so if we're in a cipher battling other 3 people.
Other
Yeah.
three people who
We'll make sure you would make sure Uti by now. As in, let's make it more interesting. Let's say 5 and you're the 6th person.
Okay, me, I'll take Celestial Mike.
Yeah, okay.
It's definitely
100%.
It was the dopeness himself.
Yeah,
Dope.
the
Hey,
dopeness himself.
yeah.
The dopeness himself. Let me see who else. Let me see who else.
So now, let's not throw names and then you start going, nah. Do you want us to do that? Nice to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But definitely. I get put no.
Okay.
Questa?
All right, okay.
Questa, definitely.
Is it?
Yeah, Questa, no, I
Low key.
yeah, definitely Loki. That's my 5.
No,
these are all ones.
Hey, Mo, there's one more person. There's one. I said 6. You're the 6th one.
Oh, okay.
So you need to choose the last
Nasty,
person. Let's go something, man. Jai.
Okay. Yeah.
What's in
Awukuthethe la xa
Yeah, ucabanga ncane.
What's in bo? Ukuthi amachita ngavumile. That's
Yeah, mfethe. Ucabanga.
Did you say awavumile?
angavumile.
Ha! Oh!
Amachita ngavumile. When it comes to like the real pen thing,
Yeah.
ngavumile amachita.
Bakhona abhalelayo.
Hey, angazi bese. MJ, but anything is possible.
Bawusokwamuza kuthiwa hayi lo bambhalela.
Hayi, walucabanga phendula walucabanga sathi number
I
6.
think but another person that from new rappers, I think McLaren dog. I really like how he writes.
Is it?
Yeah, I think his penmanship is really dope. I think I'd put him in my team. Yeah, I'd put him in my team.
How many ghostwriters are there?
How many ghostwriters? There's a lot. Bro.
Do a lot of people make money from ghostwriting?
Yeah, niggas do make money from ghostwriting.
Is it?
And especially, but not so much in hip hop because of the pride. Amachita would say.
But it's understandable. It's weird enough. It's understandable.
Mostly,
in the other genres.
abantu abaculayo. Yabona nje uTaylor Man is written for a lot of people. I know Taylor's written for a lot of people, yo.
But it's understandable.
he has
I
to
don't
make
know
I
why.
know
Other
about
genres,
writing,
it's understandable.
Yeah,
For some reason,
hip
hip-hop
hop
is-
ile nto ukuthi phethe oyike.
Abapower,
Bhalelo enye indoda.
But then in America, we've learned the favorites.
Ukuthi yazi indaba in the States, the advantage is uDrake angabhalelwa because uDrake angakhipha album manje. He's on tour on 193 countries. Akanasikhathi sokubhala so kumele abhalele.
Okay.
Makes sense. Wena uzobhalelwa uhleli kini ungana show. Why uzobhalelwa uhleli kini awuna show? Awushayi world so. uDrake bese understandeka dog. Fuck lo mjito stress ushama so every day we perform in a different country.
Yeah.
He's on tour but kunengoma mhlambe movie mele phumi Fast and the Furious 12 bafuna soundtrack ibe ishaw uDrake so kumele abhalelwe lo muntu. Because on tour movie mele phumi manje soundtrack mele phumi manje ubusy. Wena uplomile edladini udliparish wena akekho. Asikho isidingo sokuthi
Bhala,
Bro, last one from me, right? This is not from a beef perspective. But if you had to pick somebody to battle rap as good sport, who would it be?
Maybe we must organize that for
Yeah, maybe we can organize, but who knows, man?
Uyena uMcLaren.
Is it?
Madeira.
Yeah.
Hey, Madeira, man. You know,
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
McLaren.
Nah, my mic's in fair too.
rap culture.
Yeah.
Nah,
It'd be
man,
dope. It'd be a dope thing, bro.
That's crazy. I really feel like, I think, because, man, I'm still in the scene, the dance scene, and as much as Muntu can do stuff that's commercial or things that are considered big in the scene, but it's always nice to see what's happening like in the streets. And for me, that's what I sometimes long for when it comes to the music side, you know? Because, hey, man, like, it's just nice to see people go at it, like that, you know? Because then you're forced to showcase skill. And I've heard, I think I go AKA, where we were speaking about indaba ukuthi asekho isidingo sokuthi you know bebhelishane and beef nani yena he knows how to make good music and he has a formula on doing that, so you'll rather focus on doing that kind of a thing, which 100% agree on. But also, I'm saying we should never neglect the other side as well, which is the sports side. You know, the side where I feel like South African hip hop doesn't really have, and we've never been exposed to. As guys Sizwe, ngesiZulu abantu bebhedishana ngesiZulu. You know what I mean? Like that will sound amazing. Just like how Felix was saying, about prank ngesiZulu blew up like crazy. What about someone bebhedishana dissing each other? You know what I mean? That's something that we've never experienced, which I feel like would really be cool to see and witness.
I think they kind of just they dumbed down that part of the culture, and it was very important.
Yeah,
it even sharpened niggas, bro.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's the purpose of it. I feel.
No proverb though. You so bad or go do me down, bro. So I think. Yeah, they dumped down that side of hip hop so much, bro. And we actually some things need to be brought back for us to actually put hip hop back on the pedestal.
Yeah. Cypher sessions coming soon by Lord Script. Be on the lookout.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Now those kind of things need to happen, bro. Otherwise, is there anything you want to share, bro? Like I know you're here in Durban. What's happening? Why are you here? I know it's December. It's family time as well. But is there any work as well besides the music video you might be shooting?
Yeah, I'm planning on launching the projects next week. King of the South 2, a launch party here in Durban. So
nice. Says he party. Yeah.
So just sorting that out. By Monday, I should have a poster, a date, and a venue.
Dope.
If I get all my favorite artists from Durban, about DJs, just for hip hop. I wanna do. I'm fully part. I'm fully the show.
Nice.
Show.
And thank you so much for everything.
Bro. Congratulations on the Red Bull, bro. You rocked them there, my boy. You rocked them hard. Shout out, bro. You represented very hard, my dog.
Thanks, man. I had an interview with FCD Krump.
Yeah.
And they asked me about the top 5 Krumpers in South Africa. And I had to mention your name, man. Like, I was like, hey, man, this is this guy who scripts. I'm like, hey, you see, when you're in a season, but someone's out here trying to throw you in the season at the same time, that's that person. And that's one thing that's how I was saying, like, I really love that sportsmanship in any industry, because I understand how much it pushes you. Because even when that person leaves, if you look back, you're like, hey man, if we never had that thing, I probably wouldn't be the level that I'm in today. You know? So man, bro, it was people till today. They still, when people go like, yo, Verb, what's happening? Like, yo, dog, you remember you in scripts? Or you remember scripts? I'm like, yeah. I ain't chair at all. Hey.
That was a great time.
Bro, yo.
I wish I could bring back those.
But it's all those times that have prepared the journeys that
I've taken.
I mean, anybody that was involved specifically in Durban, if you're in a Durban scene and you're involved in the era of beef, wherever you are in the industry you're in, and confronting someone is not a problem for you.
Dog, you can run up on anything.
Literally.
Bro. So much, even though we didn't know Uti. So at that time, it was just good sport, having fun. Sometimes we went overboard. Then sometimes you'd find a way to bring it back.
You even hold back sometimes. You know, you hold back on. You know, it's okay if this person young but as in, what's give me? Because I don't think they can handle it if I were to take it. Like
take it all the way.
The crazy thing is, you remember when PK had
the super
whatnot. The funny thing, what people don't know is the fact that us as like I'm a big home. We'll come
Yeah,
together,
we'll sit together,
Let's
yeah.
talk, let's sit back.
Sit
You
down.
can't-
Yeah.
That's
That's what done.
Skip.
Say Kuzanda, kind of.
They never understood that part because
We had reason.
Yeah.
All we needed was a WWE man.
Bro.
All we needed.
Nah, man, those were great times, man.
Hopefully
Hopefully some other time we can sit down with. It'll be great to do an episode with a lot of people that are involved in that scene, man. That time of especially for Durban, because people like it. Many call it being like they, but and they don't understand the things that used to happen in our city. Just because we never filmed it, just because we never spoke about it, doesn't mean that we weren't on fire, bro. Like the things that are happening here.
Actually, we ran it for some time.
No.
But like,
Yeah.
we had the spotlight for the most interesting Krump scene.
Even if we didn't record, but it was evident because when you go to the competition, it's
You would
just
see, you would tell you.
it'll be clear.
It's
What's that? Yeah, these people are moving
We
different.
have the most amount of footage.
Yeah, true.
Most amount of footage.
So online.
Like, if you really needed to go into fire, you used to come to. That's why the Black Nation.
Khona nje session footages, battles, come on, they playing.
Hey!
Go to Cape Town,
Siyasa shama finals so too. So final. Yeah, man, those are stories that we definitely need to share, and also like in everybody's perspective and point of view. It's okay, this was going on, but we'll definitely have to do that. Hopefully, you'll still be around when we do that as well. Otherwise, man, shout out, thank you so much for coming through. Hey, hopefully ungalana na. Mengalana nje, we need to sit down with them, man.
Definitely. Thank you for having me, guys.
This podcast is and friends, so
Yeah.